everyone for making the time to join us. We are really thrilled with the reception that we had to our initial event, which was the virtual forum on data economics on November 24th. And we got a lot of positive feedback. We got a lot of feedback on what our audience wanted to see next. And for this time around, we decided to put together for us a little bit of a presentation on sort of the vehicle that we've assembled to put together our vision for the science of data economics and the impact that it can have across industries, sectors, and in the world in general. So today we'll learn a little bit about the data economics company, what we are doing, how we are doing it. Before that, Jennifer, did you want to set the stage in terms of what we'll be learning today?
Sure. Well, I thought we could introduce ourselves and then go through the agenda. So, or I can introduce all of us. What would you prefer?
Yeah, absolutely. So a quick background on me. I am a computer scientist by training. I spent a long time at Microsoft building up the Xbox Live product and service. And since then, I've been an entrepreneur building out a company that was helping people create quality content and have quality conversations. And we built an advertising technology product out of that. And about 3 years ago, I went back to some research that I had started in college on distributed systems. And we started thinking about some very interesting ideas. Some of my friends, some of my colleagues, and then Jennifer and I were introduced about 3 years ago, and that sort of kicked off, that incepted what's today the Data Economics Company and Lydian. So.
Thanks. I'll introduce myself. I'm Jennifer Hinkle. Have been working with this team first in a research collaboration, now in a company, as we'll describe, for a little over 3 years now. I'm a healthcare economist by training. Most of my research is around health economics and outcomes. And as we'll get into, that field really dovetails very nicely with what we're talking about in a data economics framework. So I'll leave it at that and hand off to Surtaj to introduce himself, and then we'll get into the agenda.
And hey, everyone, my name is Surtaj. I've been part of the team for about, let's say 2.5 years. And my background is in, originally I studied math and physics, but after that I got into technology. And for the past 15 years or so, I've been working with companies to use technology to solve the real world challenges and the business problems that they face.
Okay, so with that, I'll take us through the agenda really quickly, if you guys don't mind, and then we'll jump in. So if you were part of our November event, you heard us go deep on the science behind data economics. Today, we're going to start off with a little bit of a refresher on that science, just about 15 minutes. We're going to pack a lot of content into that. So if you don't catch it all on this round, don't worry. We'll have a lot more coming on Lydian Insider on the scientific concepts. But then we'll get into the meat of talking about why and how is the data economics company and working with the Lydian data economic operating system, how we'll bring data economics as a science to life and what all of the applications are. We'll then discuss not only the implications, but how we got here, where we're going next. And we hope that all of you see this as an invitation to get involved with the science and to get involved with the business of data economics and all of the opportunities that this field has for us. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Arka, and we'll get started.
Thank you so much, Jen. I really appreciate it. So as I was saying, what's become the Data Economics Company today began in 2018, very early 2018, as a research alliance. And we formed a collective that brought together economists, mathematicians, computer scientists, philosophers, artists, to start exploring how digital data could be used as building blocks for new types of economic interactions. We were seeing a boom in digital utility tokens, cryptocurrencies, all sorts of interesting digital assets getting built out. And, we started asking ourselves, in particular, we wanted to explore the economic interactions where data generated and sourced by the economy's participants acted as the markers to express, communicate, transact utility and value within these interactions, within these economic loops. In other words, we were exploring economies that allowed participants to transact using products built out of digital data that they were able to generate by completing work in the real world. This led to the science of data economics and the formalization of it, the Lydian data economic operating system and related technologies, which we'll talk about a little bit, and most recently, the formation of the data economics company, or DECO, as we call it.